Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews, and this is going to be my retro review for Dallas Season 1, Episode 5, The Barbecue. So first, I need to charge my phone because it's on less than 20%. So hold on to that thought, catch it, hold on to it. So, we start off with Bobby is playing basketball in these very tiny shorts, these very tiny, like, um, tiny shorts, Bobby playing basketball. And he was talking to his dad, and they're preparing for this huge barbecue that they do every year. So, Miss Ellie has invited Pam's daddy. She's sick of the bullshit. She's just trying to get everybody together so we can be one happy family. Don't have to be a lot of stress and shit in the family. So, um, Pam is dressing her daddy and her little cousin, Johnny, I can't remember, something with a J, up for this barbecue. And Pam's daddy, Digger, starts to explain why there's so much animosity between him and him and Daddy Ewan. And he says that him and Miss Ellie were dating and he was in love with her and they were going to get married. And then she decided to marry Daddy Ewan instead, and that he stole her from him. So Pam tells her daddy, listen, just be nice. Daddy, you're not drinking today. We're going to be a happy family for a couple of hours and try to mend the fences. So, Pam pulls up in the driveway. Sue Ellen is in the yard helping to organize where the tables are going, doing the place settings, all of that good stuff. And she asked Pam, can you move your car? The florist needs to get out. And so she gives her keys to Lucy and ask Lucy to move the car. So Lucy asked about her cousin Jimmy. I wrote Jimmy down, so clearly his name was Jimmy. Her cousin Jimmy, and how old is he? And she's like, he's 19. And she was like, oh, all right. And she was like, no, he's young and impressionable. And compared to you, he's a 5-year-old. So treat him as such. Pam gets up to her room and she calls her doctor, and they immediately put her on. She calls the nurse, answers the phone, and they immediately put her on with the doctor. The doctor says, yes, your results are positive, and she's knocked up. Bobby comes out the shower and she tells him she has a riddle for him, but she doesn't know the answers. And he was like, okay, well, how do you have a riddle and you don't know the answer? He was like, well, tell me the riddle. And she was like, what do you get when you cross a Barnes with a Ewing? And he's like, well, the first thing you need to know is you never cross a Ewing. And she was like, yeah, but I don't know. The only answers that I have is a boy or a girl. And she waits. She threw that time bomb in there and waited for it to detonate. And he's all happy, and they're all happy and lovely. So the barbecue has started, and Sue Ellen is walking around with a senator, introducing him to people. She introduced him to Reagan, his date Maureen. Lucy and Pam are talking. Bobby is running around telling everybody. Lucy runs up on JR, and he introduces her to some girl named Susan. Miss Ellie sees Digger, and they speak, and they go off for a little walk to get reacquainted. So Lucy sees Ray dancing with his date, and she introduces her to his date, and she tells she tells Ray that Bobby and Pam are having a baby. Take the piss right out of him. He brought a date to this dance. She's angry about it. So she tells him that Bobby and Pam are having a baby, even though why he cares at this point, I just don't understand. Now, the people who are working this party, of course, they're black. They're the only black people there. It's the people who are working the party. And they gossiping about what happened. It's gossiping about the fact that Mr. Jock is sitting in the corner sulking, drinking, getting drunk. And that Miss Ellie done took a walk with Digger Barnes. And don't nobody know that Pam is pregnant. And it'd be a shame if he found out from one of the guests and not from Bobby and Pam. And it's like the black people got it and gone. They got all the info and they are getting it. So Bobby gets his daddy. Miss Ellie goes to get his dad so they can tell everybody. So Miss Ellie is explaining that she married Jock to save her ranch, but she doesn't regret the decision because they've grown to love each other and make a good marriage and have strong kids. And it did end up saving her ranch. And that kind of takes the sting out of what happened for Digger Barnes, because now he's under the impression that, I'm sorry, excuse me, what's happening? Okay, I'm tripping. I'm sorry, I had a little makeup. What the? Okay. So that takes the sting out of the rejection 30 years later, I guess, of her choosing Jacques over Digger Barnes. Now she called him Willard because his name was Willard when she knew him. His mama named him Willard, so I'm gonna call him Willard. And he was like, "Oh, and another thing, Ellie, nobody calls me Willard anymore. They all call me Digger. Thank you." And she was like, "I don't know Digger Barnes. I know Willard, so I'm gonna continue to call you Willard." So Lucy, of course, being loose at the mouth and messy, tells Sue Ellen that Pam is knocked up. Sue Ellen then goes to Pam and gets her congratulations and I'm so happy for you. And then she goes to tell JR that Pam is pregnant. Now, at this point, Sue Ellen she's sick of JR and his book bag of bullshit. She was like, the one thing, it has stormed every day this week. Not that I don't like rain or anything, but this is ridiculous. So, this whole thing is a mess. I should have waited till tomorrow to do this, but I'm halfway through now and I'm not going to stop. So, she tells JR that Pam is pregnant. And she was like, you had one job. You just had one job. And you couldn't even do that. So, Lucy is sitting with cousin Jimmy and she asked him is he gay, and he was like, I don't even know what. She was like, do you like both? She's like, do you like girls? He was like, yeah, I guess they're okay. She was like, do you like guys in that way? And she was like, he's like, what way? She's like, okay, never mind. That was the most subtlest and most forthright way of asking, do you Jesus. Okay, so at this point, Sue Ellen is getting drunk with a table full of random ladies. I think it could be her posse, but I'm not sure. There's one lady that's like 150 years old that's sitting at the table. Like, I don't understand what's going on. She said some poignant shit at this table. She was like, do I think that Pam having a baby will make Daddy Ewing love him any less? He was like, no, not any less than he already loved him because Bobby was his favorite. I said, oh. Okay. Yeah, she's toe down from the flow down. So then she goes into her woe is me. I just want JR to love her. And then we finally get all the rents together. So Miss Ellie, Digger Barnes, and Daddy Ewing are all together with Pam and Bobby, and they tell them we're having a baby. And she would like, what I would really love is for my baby to have two granddaddies who got along. And so they proceed to shake hands and be like, okay, we're just gonna let this go. That truce lasted for 5, 4, 3, 2. Then they're at the bar, and Digger said something to Daddy Ewan, and Daddy Ewan proceeded to tell him she just told you that she married me to save the ranch. What really happened was we fell in love and she dumped your punk ass and she knew you wasn't gonna be shit. That's why she left you. And then they get into a knockdown, drag out, and Digger Bars is like, well, fuck all of this. No, there's no need for me to be sober. And he starts drinking. Now he's been on the wagon this whole time. Man, now he is clearly off the wagon with some whiskey. So JR is drunk, Sue Ellen is drunk, Pam, daddy is drunk. So Pam goes to get little Jimmy to take her daddy back home. And he in the bar with Lucy. So Pam is in the bar and looking out the window, looking at everybody acting a fool. So Sue Ellen is riding around on a horse, drunk as a skunk, talk about she finna take all of her clothes off and do a Lady Godiva. And Bobby is like, oh, okay. And she talks to JR. She's like, JR, would you like that? Would that make you would that be attractive to you? And he was like, it might. I was like, oh my God, this marriage is so dysfunctional, Jesus. So Bobby, being the gentleman that he is, he helps Sue Ellendale. And Bobby is steady. JR is steady talking shit about Pam. Talk about we don't know whose baby it is. Then he says, I'm the only person that's known my wife. You don't know how many men have known your wife, Bobby. And so Bobby is like, he's like, he was telling him, don't keep talking shit about my wife. Don't keep talking shit about my wife. He's like, hell, anybody can be the baby. Bop! He bopped that bitch right in the mouth. I said, oh. It was a 2-hitter quitter. One hit to his face and then him hitting the ground. Jesus. I said, oh, Jesus. And then Bobby and Sue Ellen is over there taunting him. She was like, you don't even know me. Known means that we have some type of frequency with how much. I said, oh, shit. I just feel like it's upsetting to me and my homegirls because if we can't go to Bella Noche's, because if 2 + 2 is 4 and 5 + 5 is 10, the fuck is this? It was a whole lot, y'all. It was a whole lot. So Bobby is helping Sue Ellen drunk ass get back to. She's like, Bobby, take me back to the house. So he helps her into the car and he's taking her back to the house. So JR wanders his drunk ass into the barn and he is trying to apologize. And so he climbed up the thing and he's talking to Pam, and Pam is backing away because she was like, I don't want nothing to do with you. I saw how you acted. I heard what you said. Blah, blah, blah. And she's so busy backing away from him, she doesn't see that she's close to the edge and she falls off face down, boop, off of the loft. And so she lost the baby. And at this point, they don't know if she's going to be able to conceive. And so Bobby was really like, we're the fuck out of here. You trash ass, dysfunctional fuckers done cost me and my wife our baby. We're gone. And so his daddy comes in and he talks to Pam and Bobby and he's pretty much begging them to stay. He apologizes. He was like, it was an accident. I'm sure he didn't mean to do it. He was like, please stay because I can't take losing another son. I get you wholeheartedly, Daddy Ewan. I get you wholeheartedly. And that's what touches Pam. Pam is like, okay, we'll stay. And so Bobby says to Pam, did JR do this to you on purpose? And she's like, no, he didn't. It was an accident. So Sue Ellen is out there with JR and everybody's upset and crying. And she asked, did you push that girl? And he was like, no. And then she asked, are you sorry she lost the baby? He didn't say anything. And that's how the episode ended. When I say, oh, JR is a piece of fucking work. He is a piece of work. that is going to be my retro review of Dallas season 2, episode 5. I want to say I don't remember it being this good, but I don't believe I saw these episodes when they first came out. I came to Dallas maybe like because I was younger when this started. So my recollection of this type of stuff, I don't remember. I don't remember. I remember JR being shot, and I remember everybody thinking Pam died and it was only a dream, and it was a whole lot. That part I remember. This first early stuff, I don't remember none of this. This show was off the damn chain. Listen, they had a home invasion last week. Now this boy done effectively killed her baby. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot. Follow me on the journey. Come with me. The episodes are available for free through my Prime Video, my Prime Amazon Prime Video subscription. Y'all, it's a lot. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.